On Sunday, that'll mark exactly a year since your crash. What do you remember being in the hospital, in your hospital bed, on watching on a small television the Daytona 500 last year?
Yeah, it wasn't the place I wanted to be, that's for sure. But with everything the way that it happened, you know, and being down here in Daytona and having to watch the Daytona 500 on TV, I remember waking up and seeing all the pre-race festivities and activities and things that were kind of going on, and just, you know, sharing in that moment and having a tear or two with my wife, and of course knowing that we were going to miss the Daytona 500. But then I woke up a little bit later actually, and got to see the ending of the race and watch the last 20 laps and see how it all played out, and looking forward to being a part of all of that this year, and more importantly, hopefully being able to win that thing, go to victory lane.
Right, something that you haven't done. That would be next to check off on the resume. What did you think at that time, Kyle, that your racing future was?
Well, initially, you know, as soon as I crashed and hit the wall in the Xfinity Series race, I instantly thought, you know, my racing career may be over. I don't know that I'll ever be able to come back and race again, let alone walk again. And I was actually thinking what I was going to have to do for a living. But, you know, just the way that all those things, the negatives go through your mind, you know, you're just not sure what state you're in really. But once I got to the hospital and once I got through a couple surgeries and things, the doctors were all telling me I was going to be fine. I was going to be repaired as good as new, and you know, be able to get back to the race car. So you know, what that time frame was, whether it was going to be sit out a year, sit out 9 months, 6 months, you know, ultimately it ended up being sitting out 3 months and getting back into the car. And again, you know, once I did get back, was able to have some successful races and win 4 out of 5 races through a stretch, and make ourselves to the chase and win the championship. So pretty remarkable turnaround. Not something that I want to try over again, but pretty pumped to be at the start of this season.
Kyle, how did that time away change your perspective in terms of how you approach races once you came back?
I think it changed your perspective a little bit. I mean, anytime that you're on the sidelines and sitting there, you get a chance to reflect. You get a chance to think about why you do what you do and what you do. Who's it for? Is it for yourself? Is it for your family? Is it for your fans? Who's it for? But I think it was for all of those things. But to me too, you know, just being able to sit back and watch those races on TV, it gave me a greater fire, it gave me a greater passion. I think that I wanted to be out there. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do anything else. So I set my mind to it. I did my rehab. I went through my physical therapy each and every day. And even in days that I wasn't slated to do any work, I was still doing the stuff that I needed to get done in order to get back to that race car.